Success, who wants it? Who wants to be successful? Everybody does, right? How many people want to be successful? How many believe they have what it takes to succeed? Everybody should. I want to let you know a little secret, that Matt, Paul, and myself believe every single person in this room has what it takes to be successful. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And we, as a company, promise to each and every one of you that we will do everything possible to help you succeed. That includes mentoring, support, marketing, everything. If you have suggestions, bring it to us. We're going to do everything in our power to help you succeed. Before you succeed, you have to have some motivation. What are you striving for? When you get up in the morning and you say, I'm going to do an open house, or I'm going to do floor time, what is the point? What is the goal of that? Buy your wife jewelry.
Set an appointment.
Set an appointment. Set an appointment. What are your big goals? What are your yearly goals? Why are you doing this? I want to hear more.
Buy a house.
Buy a house.
Oh, travel.
Pay off your car.
Retire early.
Retire early. Savings. Let's hear some more. I like this.
Travel.
Amanda.
Buy an island.
Give my kid a race car.
A race car. I love it. A race car. So when you do that open house, when you get up in the morning, you're looking in the mirror, you're thinking, okay, why am I doing this? Because Lionel told you to? No, you want a race car for your kid. How awesome is that? So whatever it is, if it's a vacation, if it's travel, a new motorcycle, savings, it's different for everybody. And maybe it's a combination of things. But you've got to keep that in mind every single time you go out and do this. We have to motivate ourselves. How do you get there? What does it take to get to that point where you can do that? Again, what do you have to do? Work. Work hard. What else? To get there, you have to sell homes, right?
Yes.
Yes, because that's what the business we're in, is selling homes. To get where we want to go, we have to sell homes. We have to get listings. We have to get buyers. It's really simple, right?
Yes.
How many homes a month? Everyone's different. 10? You can do it. You can do 10. What does it take to do 10?
A lot of work.
Break it down real quick. It's a lot of work. What's the number one thing you need if you're going to do 10 homes? Sleep. You do need sleep. You need organization if you're going to do 10. Because everybody can do 1, everybody can do 2, 3, 4. But to be able to do 10, you have to have your systems in place to be able to organize all of that. Everybody can do 10 homes, or 3, or 4, or as many as they want. There's 39,000 agents in the Valley. There's 7,000 in the East Valley. How do you stand out? What makes us the best? When you go to do an open house, you're competing against several thousand other agents. But we know it works. Who wants to be the one in 10 to do 90% of the work? Because that's the fact of it. 10% do 90% of the work. You've got to be that one. Can you give me some examples of what make you the one? Here's one on the board. Anybody else? Just throw it out there. What makes you the one, Sean? If I walked in, and just one word or two.
Dedication.
Dedication. So if I walked in your open house and said, I'm ready to buy, why would I choose you? Just one word.
Because I'm confident.
Confident.
Right.
Say it louder.
Confident.
There you go. Confident. Penny, what about you?
Just listen to their needs.
You listen to what they want. That's important. That really is, because it's not about me, the agent. It's about the buyer or the seller and what they want and what they need.
I need a connection.
Connection. That's good. So you have to have all of these. I'm a full-time agent. I do this all the time. This is what I do. That pretty much sets you apart from most agents because you're full-time. You're doing this all the time. You're available. You're part of a team. This is important for brand new agents. Really important. I use this all the time as a brand new agent. So because I didn't have a whole ton of experience and I was a little bit like, okay, how am I going to compete against these other agents? Well, you're part of a team. Use us. Say, okay, if I don't know that answer, hey, I'll call my broker. I'll call my VP of sales. I'll find out. And I would tell this to people when I would go with them and they'd say, okay, why should I use you? Well, you're getting me, first of all. But second of all, you're getting a whole team of agents because we work together. Is that true? Yes?
Yes.
Why I'm the one. And you might have heard this before, but I want to share it again. In a summarization, there's only one possible outcome if somebody walks through my door and they want to buy a home or list their home. There's only one possible outcome. They're going to get the house they want. Or I'm going to sell the house they want to sell. That's it. And if you have that mentality going into it, all the rest is easy. Does that make sense? So you have that one little piece in the back of your mind When you meet a person, they're ready to go. There's only one outcome. That's it. I'm going to find you that house. Are you ready to work with me? Yeah. All the other stuff, experience, everything else will flow right through. But you have to believe it. You have to have a 60-second sale in mind, whether it's on the phone or in person or at an open house. You have to be able to sell yourself and your abilities in 60 seconds. You have 1 minute to show why you're the one, and you need to practice this, and just practice it to yourself with other people. Hone it, make it really good. Every single time you talk with a person, you can practice it and change little words, make it a little better every single time. You're the one that's going to make it happen. You're the one that's going to find that home for them, whether it's an investor and they're going to get an investment, or a first-time home buyer, or second home buyer, or vacation home buyer, whatever it is, you're going to be that person to find it. From the time they say hello, or you say hello on the phone or in person, from that very first initial meeting till the time you say, thanks, have a great day, I'll be in contact with you. From the first time to that last time, that little period of time, you've got them. You've already done something right. These leads are contacting us. So you have to keep that in mind when you make that call. They already called us. They already asked for information. They already drove by, walked into the open house and said, hey, what's the price on this? They're yours. You've got information. You've got something they want. They walked in your door. So you have something they want. Build on that. So what does confidence look like?
Right here.
There you go. I like it. What else? What does confidence look like? What do you think confidence, in general, just in general, when you see something or someone, what does it look like to you?
Look them in the eye.
Look at eye contact. That's huge. Anybody else?
Positive attitude.
Positive attitude. Positive mental attitude is positivity. Name a person that you think looks confident in general. Just, it could be a movie star, it could be anybody.
Lionel.
Thank you. Anybody else? Pete Carroll, the Super Bowl. Every time you see him, win or lose, if you watch him on the sidelines, he's just smiling. We've got him right where we want him, guys. Win or lose. That's that attitude. They just won the Super Bowl. Awesome, right? Is that confidence? So that has to transcend each one of us every single time we go out and do stuff. It's that confidence. We have to have it. Rain or shine, up or down, no matter what, you've got to have confidence. Now, I just happened to be looking back through some old pictures, and I found this. But success for me is never, ever, ever quitting or giving up and always smiling. That's success. So define it for yourself. Find something with you. Find an accomplishment that you've done and build on that. When have you succeeded? When have you felt that, yes, I got an accepted contract. Yes, I got an appointment. It starts with an appointment, right? Everything. That close of escrow, when you get that phone call, we are recording, started way back there when you woke up in the morning and said, okay, I'm going to do an open house today. When you woke up, looked in the mirror and said, all right, I'm going to do an open house today. And then you did the open house. Then you met somebody and you set an appointment. You got their information. I'll meet you Monday. Okay. Go from there. It builds on those little successes, so keep congratulating yourself. At the very end, look back, take a second and think, where did I get that person? Because at the end it feels, I did this and I can do this all day. But you started somewhere, right? Remember where you started and how you got there, and repeat. Repeat. Where did you get that person? Go back, what helped you succeed all the way through, and repeat that process. So confidence is not being afraid and going for it. You have to go for it. It's standing up straight and saying, I'm going to do this. How many times has Lisa gone against a man? We all know that, right? I'm standing up for my vegetarian rights or whatever. It's not being afraid of what's around you, no matter what. I mean, things can come after us. We know it. It's around us, but it's going there anyway. It's looking in the mirror in the morning and seeing what you want to see. So when you go in the morning and you look in the mirror, what do you see? Look at yourself and be like, I'm awesome. I can do this. I've got this. Every single morning when you do this. And it takes practice. That's the key. Every single time. Practice over and over. Practice makes perfect, right? Right?
Yes.
Do we agree?
Yes.
Vince Lombardi would disagree. You know what he said? Perfect practice makes perfect. So if you practice perfect, that makes perfect. So every single time, perfect your practices. This is the confidence cycle. So we have confidence. Start with that confidence. Then you have ambition. What do I want to do? I want that vacation. I want to buy my child a race car. Those are your higher goals. And the goals to get there, the motivation, that's the motivation that leads you to success. And every success breeds more confidence. So congratulate yourself on the small successes because they build on each other. However, you have to have action. You definitely have to have action to get into that mode because it won't come if you sit at home. You have to get out there and stir the pot. How do you do this in person at an open house?
Smile and welcome everybody that walks through that door.
Bingo. Smile and welcome everyone who walks through that door. Anything else?
Capture their information.
Get their information.
Bring cookies.
Bring cookies. These are all positive things to do at open houses. This is in person we're talking about. Anything else?
Find out what their needs are.
Their needs. Listen. Who said listen? You've got to listen. That's 2 times. These are experienced agents over here. Listening keeps coming up. That's huge. So dress for success. That's one of the first things. We're realtors. We're professionals. You want to be that top 10%? You want to be that one that stands out from 10 others? Then you got to start the way you look and act. And I know we already do that, but I just want to reiterate it. Be engaging. So you've got to be engaging. You got to talk to them in a real level. Just how are you doing today? You know, something simple. Get them going. Get them talking. Show interest. That's listening. You definitely have to show interest. That is one of the key things that we do. We have to, as soon as they start talking, you better start writing. You agree? If you don't, you'll forget. Even if you do show interest, if you don't take that action and start writing down what they're talking about, you might as well forget about it because you will after the next 3 or 4 people come through. So listen and take, and they don't mind. You take a piece of paper and say, okay, hold on. As soon as they say, oh yeah, we're looking in this neighborhood. Oh, really? You like this neighborhood? Write down the neighborhood, the subdivision, Power Ranch. What are you looking for? Oh, we've been looking for like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath vacation home. You're listening, but are you putting that down? You got to do it. And they don't mind. You take a piece of paper. Let me get this, make this sure I've got this right. And then while you're at it, say, how do you spell your email address? How do you spell your last name? You write it down. That way you get it correct. What is your phone number, etc. Pay attention. They'll like it. They'll sit there and say, okay, this person is actually listening to me and what I have to say. Have an assertive tone. We are professionals. We're that one that takes control. This is something that comes up in a lot of agents around that I've heard from people come and say, my agent, they weren't listening, or they're not there, or they're in limbo. We don't want us to be in limbo with our clients. Take control. People will respect that and like it, and it starts with that confidence. And what do I mean by taking control? Anybody? Name one thing.
You direct the conversation.
Yes. You keep control of the conversation. That's a big key. That's right from the onset. You can control the conversation. Anything else that we have as real estate agents? There's a big one. What's the point of an open house?
Oh, setting appointment?
Setting an appointment. What do you do at the appointment?
Broker?
Buyer broker. I want everybody to say that. Say
Buyer
it. Buyer
broker.
broker. Buyer
Buyer
broker. What does that do? That's a tool. That's setting the tone for the entire process right there. You're saying, okay, you're looking to buy a home. You're serious about buying a home. I'm serious about finding you a home. When I find that home that meets your criteria, you'll buy it. You'll do everything in your power to purchase that home. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. You're looking for that yes. If there's a pause or a waffling, you want to know now. And you want to know what it is that makes them feel, I'm not sure. If there is, maybe there's something dig deeper. That's caring and finding out what is it. But you are controlling the conversation. You're controlling the situation. You have to have that assertive tone. And sometimes you have to put your foot down a little bit. If they don't want to sign, then why are you going to work with them? What makes you think they're going to sign later on? Right? And you can voice that. Or maybe they have a different concern. Maybe they had a poor experience in something else. Find out about it and then reassure them. But it comes with listening and assertive tone. Eye contact, that's huge. Smile, that's huge. And remember, everyone wears a sign around their neck that says, make me feel important. If you're going to talk the talk, and you all said, I want to be that #1 realtor, right? Right? Yes? No?
Yes.
Yes.
You want to be that #1 realtor, you want to be in the top 10. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So you got to walk the walk. So if you're going to talk the talk and say you're going to be, then do it. What about on the phone? We haven't gone over this as much. How do we do it on the phone? You have to create energy and excitement. Hello, my name is Lionel. How are you doing? Hey, how is it going today? Isn't it awesome out there? What's your name? How are you doing? Instantly, there's some sort of, you're feeling energetic. You can tell some people when you talk to them that they're having a great day, right? Is that right? I mean, you call somebody, I use agents all the time. When I first started in the business, I'd call listing agents because I have a buyer. And you can tell which ones were just having an awesome day and just killing it, and some of them that just weren't having such a great day. You could tell. And and sometimes they'd be like, hey, this is Mary, I'm doing great. And then and say, I'm a real estate agent. Oh. You know, you feel that right off. Isn't it a beautiful day? It's awesome. Already, by saying that, even if it was you were having a bad day, when someone says, isn't it awesome today? How are you going to be like, no. Even if you do, you're planting a seed in their mind. Yeah, maybe it is. It isn't as bad as it seems. Where are you from? Hey, how are you doing? Even on the phone, people can call in. Okay, I'll look up that information. Where are you from? It's a simple question. It's a very common question. Are they from the neighborhood or not? Follow that flow chart, remember? Either they live in the neighborhood or they don't. If they do, what's the next question you ask?
Are you renting or buying?
Do you rent or own? If they rent, you follow that down. If they own, would you like a CMA? Start following that. Where are you from? It's such a simple question. So within 3 questions or so, you can instantly start guiding them and controlling that conversation. On the phone and online, you can do this at the very end of your conversations. It's really easy. Even on the MLS, when you click, you're requesting information of an agent. I always put, have an awesome day, have a wonderful day, have an amazing day, have a magnificent day. Something really small at the very end. So you ask for request information, and at the very end, have an awesome day. Bam, send to other agents, to everybody. Get in that habit, because at the end of that, that's the last thing they're going to read when they read your email. Oh, thank you. I will have an awesome day. Right? There's one thing that trumps everything. What is the one way to radiate confidence over the phone?
Smile.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So, here's something that helped you. What is this?
Pencil.
It's a pencil, a sharp
Sharpened
pencil. What can you do with a pencil?
Write and draw.
Change the world. I like that. So we all have a pencil in front of us. Little did you know that it's also a zygomatic major inducer.
What is that?
What is that? Anybody? A zygomatic major inducer.
Is it
All right, so take said pencil,
Shaking.
your hands like this, place between teeth. So what are you forced to do right now? You're forced to smile. You're forced to make your zygomatic major, which is the muscles that create a smile, operate. That's what's happening right now. What creates a smile? Happy emotion, right? A happy thought. Emotions that's happy creates a smile. Well, you can do it in reverse order. You can do the action to force the emotion. So the action of smiling can force the emotion of happiness. So, worst case scenario, take said pencil, put in mouth, and force yourself to smile. It's hard to frown when you're doing that, trust me. When you're on the phone, start smiling. Studies show that a person who smiles while they're on the phone can be felt by the person on the other end. Instantly, it changes your characteristics of your voice. So go ahead and smile. It's free. So yeah, so if you need help with that, look at some funny photos or look at a YouTube video real quick, something that puts you in a good mood, then start making your calls. Smile and dial. Taking what we know there, we want to build a bond with every person, every client, even agents, escrow officers, title company. We want to build a bond with everybody. Every single time you communicate with them, whether it's on the phone, email, text message, you're building a bond. Not that kind of bond. Although I think he'd make a killer agent. Now, bonds start small. Every time you connect with clients, remember their birthdays, pronunciation of their names, the names of their spouse, their favorite teams, whatever. Whatever it is, remember it. Write it down. Add it to their notes. Add it to their profile. It takes many small bonds to create a long, strong relationship. Who do you think they will refer when it comes time to have a friend sell their home or something? Who are they going to contact? They're going to contact the person with the strongest bond, right? Why? Because bonds build trust. So build those bonds. Over time, they will add up. I want to touch on the ABCs again. ABCs, anybody?
Always be closing.
Always be closing. Can you repeat after me?
Airway, breathing, circulation.
Always be closing. What does that mean?
Get them to that next step.
Next step. What is always be closing? Sean?
Have an endpoint.
Have an end point. Anybody else?
Ask for the business.
Ask for the business. So always be closing is what it stands for. Closings are positive steps towards an end result or goal. They're setting a small goal and getting that yes for it. So when you're at an open house, give me an example of a closing. Setting an appointment. Getting their information. That's a closing right there. You can't move forward without getting their information. So that's a goal, and that's one of your goals is getting that appointment information or their name. Their name, their number. Start small. As soon as you hit that step, you have another one. That's closed. You've got their information. You don't ever go back to that again unless you lose it. But you go to the next one. Their name, number, email. Next step is what? Set an appointment. Set an appointment. And then when you set that appointment, you sit down with them and do the
Buyer broker.
and pre-qual. Let's hear buyer broker. I want you guys to get involved. Buyer broker
Buyer broker.
and pre-qual. So you've got to get those. These are all small steps to getting it done. So always be closing and let them know what the next step is, because that's taking control of the whole transaction. Remember, a no is a no until it is a yes, at least in my book. So if they say, no, we don't like this backyard, okay, well, what don't you like about it? Well, it backs up to this road, this major intersection, this road here. Okay, but you like the rest of the house? Yeah, sure. So now it's my goal to find them that same house without that road. I'm working with an agent. Okay. Oh, no, dig that next level. What's the next level?
How's that going?
How is that going? It's either, dig a little further. It's not a no until it's a yes. Now, you either can apply this information in confidence or die.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Apply or die, because now you have this information. You have the leads, you have the open houses, you have the confidence now. You can call people or not. Are you going to take this information and do something with it? What are you going to do with your new confidence? What are you going to do with your new confidence?
Set an appointment.
Set an appointment.
I'm going to sell a house.
How many people are doing open houses this weekend? That's what you're going to do with your new confidence. How many people are going to get appointments from them? Yes. So you're going to apply it. So you want to be this guy. We have an accepted offer, right? That's where you want to be. It starts with the open houses. It starts with the phone calls. You want to be, we are recorded. Why? Why? Because now I can afford to go on that vacation. Because now I can afford that new motorcycle. I'm one step closer to getting my kid that race car. That's what that means, right? Every single time. But every one of those begins with a very small steps. But you want to be there, yes?
Yes.
Yes!